Well, hey, discipleship team, just wanted to check in with you and tell you about a few things and talk about some things coming up. I hope you're doing well, and things are going well for you in your ministry and the people that you're serving with and discipling and caring for. Hey, wanted to show you something real quick. So this is a picture of me and my sisters. This is a family photo, and the great thing about family photos is they capture you at your best moment, right? But what you don't see in this picture is all of the fighting and the kicking and the screaming and the crying and the yelling that happened from the car into the building, or even at home getting ready before we even got in the car, before we ever got to the building. You don't see all that. All you see is the final product, right? The last shot where we're all cheeks are red because we're all hot because we've all been fighting and crying in the car, and parents doing that knee slapping thing in the back. And so what you have though is this final picture. And so people see this picture and they're like, what a great family, look at how well they are with each other, and must be nice to have three angels like that. What they didn't see was everything that went on before this point. And it kind of reminds me of discipleship. You see, discipleship, if nothing else, can be very messy. It doesn't move in straight lines. It doesn't look like we think it might look or act like we think it might act. To walk alongside another group of people, share your life with them, and allow God to transform you to become more like Jesus, that does not always look the way we picture in our mind. But I'm here to tell you that it's so worth it, and I'm so glad that you are part of it, that you have jumped in and have said, I want to be a part of making disciples who go and make disciples. And so I just wanted to share that as an encouragement, that God is working in the lives of people that you lead and disciple, but at the same time, God's working in your life. You know, it reminds me of the story of in Acts of Cornelius, and how he was had this vision, right? And this angel appears, and the angel appears and does not tell him the gospel, does not invite him to a life with Jesus. The angel says, I want you to call for this guy named Peter, and he's going to come and share with you. And so Peter has this vision, right? And he is sent to this Gentile. He's sent to him. And so he goes to his house and he spends time with him and he shares the gospel story, and and Cornelius and his family all decide to follow Jesus, and they share time together. You see, the angel could have told the story to Cornelius, but God was doing something bigger here. And so what happened was Peter's life was forever changed. His understanding of who God is and God's mission in the world was greatly expanded because of this encounter. And so the same is true with us. God is working in the lives of the people, even when you can't always see it. But also God is working in your life as you're helping to disciple. One of the greatest ways in which God grows us and changes us is to put us into people's lives to help disciple them, and to allow God to use you to make them more like his son Jesus. And so I want to thank you for that. Also want to remind you of the goals that we have. In Discipleship Ministry, we're going to focus on two things in the next several months. One of them is we want all of our groups serving together in some way. I would recommend our partnerships that we have, whether that's MSEF or Habitat or Caritas or Stave. We can get you in contact with the right leaders and get something set up. You just need to let us know. But we'd love to help do that. Serve once a quarter, and we also we're going to focus on our in-reach and our outreach. So how opening the door, front door, and closing the back door on our discipleship, how we're caring for people in our groups, how we're following up with people, but also how we are reaching people to make more disciples. And so we're going to work with Care Ministry on that, but just want to put those in front of you again to be praying about that and seeing how you can be a part of reaching this goal with us. Also, Lottie Moon is coming up. Pardon me for a second. Lottie Moon's coming up, so in your class on Sunday, you will see a sign-up sheet. You will see the information. You will have a packet that will have a video, Lottie Moon video, and there will be a schedule in there. We're going to ask you 4 different times to show a video, and we've even given you suggestions on the videos to use. Now, if you're watching this and you're like, this video would work better for my class, then go ahead and use that one. But we give you a potential schedule so that you know which video to show, and there's some great stories of what God is doing in the world. If you don't have a TV VCR, some way of showing something in your class, will you let us know as soon as you can, and we will make sure that you have something. But not this week, but then the following weeks, especially through the month of December, finding an opportunity to show those 4 videos. One video a week, it's 2-3 minutes at the most. And it's really going to be helpful in telling the story of what God is doing globally and how the Lottie Moon Christmas offering supports that, including the partnership we have in Botswana. So please look for this. Make sure your mission leaders have what they need in order. And there's the dinner on December 10th is the dinner. We have some great things planned. Some great guests going to be with us. Missionaries from all over the world are going to be here, and it's really going to be an amazing time. So I just want to thank you. If there are ways that we can help and support you or pray for you, will you please let us know, and we would love to do that. But we'll talk to you soon, and we'll see you Sunday. And now I'm going to turn this off in a way that you don't even know I'm turning it off. I'm just standing here saying goodbye, and we're done.